Before we start this, spoiler alert, I suppose. Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back upon the African Geekdom. It is I and I, Yaman JP. Okay, we are here today to chat about a book, or more of an audiobook. It is a book, a novel that I've been getting into, but in audiobook format, the whole Rasclad series, and that is the Bladeborn Saga by T.C Edge. Started following him on Facebook because of this. God damn. Started following his socials. I'm stalking you, T.C Edge, Now, I started this a few months back, of course, with book 1, The Song of the First Blade. And I started this with I got into this with very low expectations because I couldn't figure out what to read or what to listen to next after I had just gotten done with The Red Rising. And that's big science fiction. If you've ever touched it, get into it. Red Rising is huge science fiction. I do a ranking of my favorite books, which one are my favorite books in the series. I think I'll do that. But yeah, I got on this with low expectations, and I was upset and disappointed in the first book, believe me not. And I took some time. I wasn't gonna purchase the second one, which was Ghost of the Shadow Fort, because to me it felt plodding and too ponderous, and it felt like nothing really happened. But then, like a week or 2 weeks later, I found myself still thinking about these characters. Whether it's we start off with Elyon, Amron. I don't think Amara is a POV character in the first book. Lithian, Yonick, Yanala, and Saska. Those are your first POV characters. Of course, it expands later, adding Amara and Cecilia and a few other people as your POV characters. And to be honest, with the first one, I felt overwhelmed and T.C Edge gets you right in there with the lore and the history and bombards you with like a dozen names right up front, and I'm gods damn it, where's that? Because you start in the past with the demigods after the war and the gods have fallen, and that's the prologue, and then it gets you in present day with the Descartes and the Reynards and the Lucards. You get me? It's just a lot. I found myself not understanding what I was dealing with, that there were actually 3 separate kingdoms all in one book. It's just whoosh, deal with that. And so yeah, I lost interest. I did finish it, but I didn't see myself picking it back up. But like I said, it stuck with me. The characters, the names, and my issue was that I couldn't differentiate the character voices. You get me? It's like they all kind of sounded the same. Lithian, Yonick, Elyon, and Amaron, different people on different journeys, but the inner monologue, I couldn't differentiate them apart from one another. But now, by the time we've reached book 4, I'm on book 4. I just finished it actually a few hours ago. Had to go work out first. The Winds of War, I just finished that, and damn, wow, the most unique character in book 1 was Saska. Aside from the fact that she's a woman, she stood out to me. Her journey and the stuff she was going through, because between Amron, Elyon, Yonick, and Lithian, you had 4 knights basically. Yonick wasn't a knight, he's more of an assassin character, but he is one of the Descartes, so he is as ponderous as them. And the other character who stood out to me was Renault. So basically any character who wasn't one of the knight characters stood out. Even Yanala, I had trouble differentiating his voice from the sea of voices. But kudos where it's due. T.C Edge is meticulous about developing his world, making you understand these worlds and the factions therein. and also very meticulous in setting up his characters, putting them on their journeys and getting them where they need to be, such as where Saska is now, and definitely Elian where he is now, and fuck it, Amron where he is now too, and Renault, the all of them, you understand, the all of them, that's what I mean. So I ran through book 1, The Song of the First Blade, book 2, Ghost of the Shadow Fort, book 3, An Echo of Titans, and book 4, Winds of War, and I'm hesitating to start book 5 now, The Fetters of Fate. I don't know why I'm hesitating then, but I'm thinking, should I take a break? I don't know, because book 7 just came out, and Mr. Edge, Lord T.C. Edge of House Edge, has promised us book 8 by end of this year or 2026. And honestly, that is not a long way, but goddamn, this is good. I am on a journey. I'm on a great journey, a fantastical journey. This is the epitome of high fantasy. Now, I'm not a great book reviewer. I'm not the best or greatest reader or the guy who really understands all the themes and goes deep inside the philosophy and the mind of the authors to see what they might have meant or not have meant by the thing they wrote. I'm more of a surface level guy, I guess, but I like the themes though, and I am enjoying myself. This is deep. This is, yeah, the way this was set up, whoa, and you can see it's nothing really surprising. You can see the threats coming from a mile away, but I do like some of the bad guys as they've been set up, whether it's the new king Rickard, I think, the one who was torturing Amara, and that other weirdo in the south who was giving Saska a hard time right over a sunwolf, I think. Yeah, Eliocrator, that's him. Oh, that bastard. I like the way he sets up his bad guys, his villains, and there seems to be a lot of redemption arcs going on. Yonik's redemption, and it seems like Yanala now might have a redemption arc. Also Vesrin Dekar. I don't know if Amron is gonna be able to forgive him, but yo, Amron's planning to give the sword of Varin to the king's son, you know, the king that his brother killed. Let's not do that. Don't do that. God damn it, Amron is too much like a god's damn Stark. Way too fucking honorable. Some shit. Spoiler alert, I guess. You know, those are my scattered thoughts on the Bladeborn Saga by T.C. Edge. I was spitting off the dome, son, you understand? Rasclat, fire upon them. And a big up respect, T.C. Edge, big up yourself. Good work, good work. I don't really see people, maybe I'm not on many book forums or whatever. But I checked YouTube. I couldn't find anybody really talking about this, and I'm definitely not on TikTok. I wouldn't know what's going on TikTok. But yeah, I recommend this if you're a fantasy fan. Yeah, especially if you've done the big ones like Sanderson and George R. R. Martin, like I've done. You should definitely give this a try. So yeah, as per usual, Pan the African Geekdom. This has been me, your man, JP. I am the lion. You understand? So for Varin and for Varina, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Deuces.